always had a bit of an interest in the American Civil War, but it's one of those things where you do so many different periods and eras. You look at something like American Civil War, where it's a lot of the same, and you think, oh, that's going to be quite long and hard in 28mm, which is mostly what I tend to play with. However, when we dropped American Civil War for epic scale, I immediately was like, that's really exciting, this could be really cool. So I went out and bought 2 copies of War Games Illustrated, painted up one side Confederate and one side Union, and immediately fell in love with it. And why I decided to do both sides was the fact that, here I can actually paint one army pretty quickly, but I could still paint 2 armies pretty quickly as well. So I thought, why not do both sides? How long did it take you to paint them up? Well, I started painting these towards the end of Christmas, sort of when we released the idea of the epic scale and also the single sprues in the War Games Illustrated. So I'm going to pick that up, like I said, and giving those a go. I began, and I managed to get hold of a few others as well as part of my pre-order, because I decided to pre-order this. I was so excited for it. So I've been painting this, all of what you see here, for 3 months. Now, when I say 3 months, I'm talking about 1 to 2 hours a day. I'm quite a slow painter, so it does take me a while, but I just workhorsed it. I did John Starlard when he recommends 1 to 1.5 hours of painting a day, and you just slowly chip away at your plastic mountain or your lead mountain of a pile of shame, as people call it, and yeah, just chipped away at it. So you're looking at quite a few hours there, but I'm proud that I was able to paint that in the time I have. Well, in terms of how I painted these, I sort of followed the painting guide that we provided on Warlord Games YouTube channel, done by Pete the Wargamer. I followed that pretty much verbatim, with a few things taken out, so I didn't highlight every single thing, because I knew it was going to take a lot of time. However, I pretty much followed it for painting grey, or painting the Confederate side, for grey, and then the blue, dark blues and light blues for the Union. However, I also decided to go for really varied units. You'll see some units that are green, all green, such as the Clinch Rifles, which I believe are the 8th Alabama, or the 5th Georgia. I mixed that one up with the 8th Alabama, which is, I believe, the ones that we are actually represented in the Black Powder Rulebook, Black Powder 2nd Edition Rulebook, which has green shirts. They're Irish, and then they've also got blue trousers as well. So almost looking quite Union in their style. My inspiration, I would say, is watching a lot of different films over the years, as well as playing lots of computer games. So films could be something like films like Gettysburg, Glory, which you'll see with, I do have the 54th Massachusetts. I struggle with the pronunciation, my apologies. And then also even films like Cold Mountain, which are a bit more, not so much of a war film, more of a romantic film, but has good representation of the warfare in it. As well as computer games such as War of Rights, which really helped me get through some of the long slugs of this painting journey. My favourite unit, wow, there's quite a few. I mean, 54th Massachusetts is very cool. Their history and their lineage is amazing, and what they did. As well as, like I said, the Clinch Rifles. Also the 8th Alabama look really cool. You've also got, I really enjoyed painting the Marine Corps as well. The 10th Indiana looks cool. So really, I can't really say what my favourite unit is, but what I would say my favourite thing about painting American Civil War is there is a lot of variation, and you'd be surprised by the amount of variation that there is. It's very, very cool. So this is the entirety of my army. I'm very proud of what I've done so far. However, this is just the beginning. There's going to be a lot more coming soon. Hopefully I'll get a chance to come on here again and show you what else I've done, as I may actually be looking at doing a British intervention force, which of course is not historically accurate, didn't happen. however, is something that's quite popular in the wargaming world. And I thought, let's just see what we can do with our epic scale models, see if we can somehow make them look like Brits. Cheers, guys.